My bags are packed for Vegas. I'm about ready to head to CES on behalf of Honda. They've invited me out, and I'm going to detail for you guys these two new vehicles. Well, we already know the saloon is just going to be a little bit more production ready, what we'll see in the next couple days at CES. But we're also going to talk about what else we have coming at CES. So we'll talk about all the other manufacturers here. So stay tuned for that. But I wanted to first get you guys up to speed on the latest teaser from Honda. And this is their new 0 Series EVs. Again, they'll be teasing. This is new here. So I'm going to pause this. This is the back end of that SUV that I will be detailing for you guys. Really small window. I don't know how I feel about small windows. We have the Honda lettering typed out and then a pretty low, seemingly low light bar. It's probably not that actually low in the vehicle but because the window is so small, it looks like it's really, really low. If you have this small of a window, you're going to have a digital rear view mirror. I don't actually know I'm trying to think. I don't think Honda or Acura has digital rear view mirrors in their lineups. So that's going to be a welcome technology. And you can see some headrests back there. But all right, here is a little dance of the headlights that seemingly every modern car, especially electric cars, likes to do. So pixelated headlights here, or at least daytime running lights. And then this Honda logo, which is not really it's not a physical logo. It seemingly is just a light. Is this just one big electric panel here? Or should I say a LCD screen behind this area? I wonder. All right, we know Afeela is doing something similar with their sedan, which is also going to be at CES. This might be its own little screen though. That little Honda logo might be its own little screen now that I'm looking at it, where those LED lights, those pixelated lights, are definitely a physical a light inside. I'm not sure about that. All right, so that's all we have so far on that, and I will debut for you guys the official reveal. All right, so stay tuned. I can't wait to bring it to you guys, hopefully in the flesh. I don't know how much I'll be able to record with these vehicles, if at all, at CES, but I will do my best to share my impressions. All right, Honda is also building EVs with Sony, known as Afeela. I got my hands on this vehicle, or at least a prototype, last October at the Japan Mobility Show. And we're going to be getting a more production-ready variant of that vehicle. Now, Sony Honda Mobility will hold its first solo press conference to present further details with the official launch in 2025. Well, the vehicle won't be available in 2025, to my understanding. It will probably start taking pre-orders in 2025 with early availability in 2026. But Sony Honda Mobility will make a presentation actually at the Sony Group press conference on January 6th. So that's today, sometime later today. And then they'll have their own press conference tomorrow. They say through the vehicles on display and various visual contents, latest initiatives and specifics on Afeela's concept of autonomy, augmentation, and affinity will be introduced. So there's going to be more than one vehicle on display. It could just be the same car, maybe just equipped slightly differently. It could be an SUV Afeela that we haven't seen before. It's hard to say, but we know for sure the sedan is going to be more available or more ready for production. Toyota is actually doing CES as well. There's going to be a live stream 3:45 Eastern time today. Akio Toyota is doing the presentation. So it's exciting, but it's going to be about Woven City, which is their fuel cell, fully electric, utopic city of the future. That there used to be a plant here, and I think that plant actually used to build the Century sedan. But this area has been completely re-envisioned as a city of the future. So Akio Toyo is going to give us a briefing on the future and the current updates of Woven City. Are we going to see any reveals for automobiles? Don't get your hopes up. I highly, highly doubt it. Scout Motors is also going to be at CES. We got the Traveler and the Terra. I think if I remember right, the Traveler is the SUV and the Terra is the truck. Beautiful looking SUVs. Reminds me a lot of, this truck looks so much like a Rivian, right? This looks like a Bronco. Those are winning formulas. So this is Scout. Here's the thing. The issue with Scout right now It's fully owned by Volkswagen, to my understanding. Of course, it will have Rivian technology in there because of the agreement between Volkswagen and Rivian. But I believe California dealers, and I'm sure more to follow, they're suing Scout slash Volkswagen for this delivery method, selling direct to consumer from a website, just like how Tesla does it. The dealers have so much power that they essentially can never be cut out of the sales process in America. The only way to get around it is to start a whole new brand, and Volkswagen's being cheeky here and selling directly to consumers, not as a Volkswagen, but through a different brand altogether. I don't know how successful the dealers will be in their litigations against Volkswagen selling directly consumers, but it's going to be ugly. It's going to be messy, and I just hope it doesn't tarnish the availability and the sustainability of this potential brand. With the range extenders in here, I think they could be quite the product. But what are they debuting though? Well, they're debuting these vehicles will have in-satellite connectivity. Some people are speculating that they could connect directly to Starlink, for example, for internet. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you don't need cell towers. Most cars have modems of some sort to connect to cell towers. That's how you get Wi-Fi in modern cars. This is going to have direct satellite connectivity. Starlink would make the most sense. And you would think Tesla would be open to expanding their business. All right, but let's move on. Now, this is kind of a teaser. Zeekr, a performance EV brand and luxury brand of Geely. And I mess it up. It's probably Geely. I mess it up. I forget every time. I feel like I'm getting old when I can't say things right. But it's probably Geely. And yes, Geely owns Lincoln Co., Proton, Lotus, Volvo, Polestar. Did I say Zeekr? Of course, Zeekr. Yeah, right here. Smart. They own Smart Car. We often forget about them. They own a lot of stuff. Anyways, Zeekr is going to be at CES presenting 3 models showcasing their strongest products to the US audience. So we have the 001 here, which is like their super, I think it's got like 1,000 horsepower. Like this thing's insane. There's also the 09 Grand, which I think is a van. I'm going to look it up. Now, Volvo, I think, has their own rebadged version of this luxury van. You guys know how much I like vans. If I get a chance to get to mess with this van at CES, you guys know I'll be there for it. Oh, man. What do I think? I love the wheels. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Carnival stateside, but the front end is just wild. All right, what else is Zeekr bringing? The Zeekr Mix. Let's go ahead and Google this one. I like this even more. It's kind of like a micro bus. The doors open in the coolest way. Check that out. Oh man, again, minivans. Zeekr, I would love to have in America. They seem to be a brand committed to functional vans. Now, does this have 3 rows? It doesn't seem like it does. It seems like it's an actual minivan, or maybe the 3rd row folds. But you can flip the seats around. The driver's seat and the passenger seat, it looks like. You can flip those around. Yeah, I'm a big fan of vans. I wish this had a 3rd row. It doesn't look like it does. You can see it flips around the 1st row. Love the design regardless of how many rows of seats it has. It's almost like a modern day Honda Element. Remember those Honda Element advertisements where they had this big opening, right? Because they had that mini door in the back that opened up too. This is pretty radical. I love it. And hopefully I get a chance to see it at CES. Lastly, BMW is at CES and Ken Jeong, the funny Asian comedian that we know from other Las Vegas scenic movies like The Hangover. This guy's just prime comedy, and BMW doing some excellent advertising and marketing with this amazing comedian. So I would love it if he's actually with BMW at CES. He's invited to the party. Maybe he goes to a party at one of the parties for BMW. That would be so cool. But yeah, he's I'm more than an actor. I'm a doctor. Let's just wait for it. BMW. So good. That's going to be, I mean, it's almost like BMW knows is like, hey, it's like it's Britney, bitch. Well, they're like, it's BMW, mother, you know whaters. So it's just genius, and they're getting their advertising on point. But that's all I have for CES. I guess the preview for CES. There are other suppliers there, I believe, like Bosch and some other ones. But unfortunately, there's just not a lot from the auto manufacturers like there has been in the past. That's okay. It's been a childhood dream of mine to go to CES. I love computers. I love processors, graphics cards, all that stuff. I love video games. Like CES has always been something that has been aspirational for me, and now I get to go with cars, which is just unbelievable. And I thank you guys for helping me grow as a channel, so I can get invited to these amazing opportunities and do the best to share these experiences with you guys. And I'll see you guys in Vegas. Peace out.